It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the team.
And right away, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 2nd down. They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. To throw is Nix. To the sideline and incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's across midfield and down right around the 37. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Eagles first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to work his way down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Here's Howell. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see an end route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw, here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nix to the air. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing Nix. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's to the running back, R.J. Harvey. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Broncos first.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Nix going to give to Harvey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First down.
Here's Nix. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Harvey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The quick feet by Jackson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Let's go. 1918.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And back to the 30. It'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And Howe will throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Great effort by Alex Singleton as he finishes that play off. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing here, Howell. Quick slant, Dotson. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
That's a gain of 5.
Now Howell.
Brings up third and 9.
And this throw will be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Nix. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
He decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be Eagles football, first and 10.
33-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Howell now to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now he'll look to throw it.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Howell.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Another throw for Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Howell out of the shotgun. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. And this is Shadur Sanders, a 17-yard touchdown pass. The Browns started 0-4, but they finally break through to get their first W of the year. From there, let's get you to another interesting matchup. And it's Puka Nacua. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 52 yards, touchdown. The Rams move to 4-1, looking good as they get the win here. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's Tua Tagovailoa. A touchdown pass here from 23 yards out. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins lead it by a point at halftime. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were 3-point winners a week ago. They lead by 3 here as well as they start 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll air this one out from Mims. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
To throw is Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's a gain of 11. And an Eagles 1st down.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Howell. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Howell. Now he'll tuck this and run. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Might we see our 1st touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Barkley fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Sam Howell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and goal.
Looking to throw. Nix. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They're going. It's Nix. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Howell gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Faking the handoff. Howell. This is Smith to the ground. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Howell from the gun. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Howell. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And this defense definitely hit his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 4-point game. And this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Nix. Now a run here off
off the RPO. He'll keep it. His throw incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Hold on a second.
Now it's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Harvey. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. 2nd and 6 coming up. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Broncos 1st down.
He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
A handoff. Here's Harvey. Well, the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Up the middle, it's Harvey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Lutz good on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now the Eagles down 16-13, 46 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd down. Powell to throw. He's got Smith here. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's Howell. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football.
Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go